Let us now configure our project for connectivity to Microsoft SQL Server. We will be in fact connecting to SQL Server Express because it is available built in Visual Studio. For a proper Microsoft SQL Server, you will need a connection string for your SQL Server. Everything will work the same as we do in these steps. So let us now see what we actually need. The first thing you will need is that your SQL Server Object Explorer, it should show that your SQL Server is actually available and localDB / some instance is available to you. Maybe when you open this Visual Studio for the first time, you will see two instances running. You can close one of them. So this is the one that I have retained. And this is our project, which is also shown here. We don't have to do anything about it. The only thing is that you should be clear that this should be running and available in your Visual Studio. I will come to that in a moment. And the second thing is that you will need to install this package Microsoft Entity Framework Core.SQL Server version 5.0.12 is the one available for .NET 5. Because we have configured our project for .NET 5, so version 5.0.12 will be required. If you use this project in .NET 6, then you will have to use some version for a number of 6. That doesn't matter. So basically what we need is that .NET and this version number should match. I will show both of these steps in a moment. Let me come to the project and you will see both the things which I am talking about. This is my project as of now. This is the project as of now which is configured for SQLite. You must have seen that in our configure services method, we have added a DB context for use SQLite and data source is dbproject.db. And you can see that this is the database SQLite that is residing here. Let us run it so that at least we see what we have right now. This is what opens in my case, and you can see that if I log in as one of the let me say I log in as patient. I'm just reviewing what you must already be aware of, but it's good to have a look at what we already have. So we already have some data in your SQLite. But now I will close it and configure it for SQL Server so that we see no data at all, and we will have to add all the data one by one for SQL Server. So as I told you, the first thing that you will need is to verify that your SQL Server is running. So come to View and find out SQL Server Object Explorer. When it opens, you will see that this MS SQL Server and project, some two instances are running, and I'll do one thing, I'll close one of them. So now I have only one instance that is running. I will right click it, go to properties, and my object is to copy the connection string. See, this is a connection string. I will copy it on the clipboard because I will need it, and after copying I have pasted it here. I have pasted it without any modification, blindly I have pasted. This is the easiest thing to do, but when you are running it on a professional server, then you will ask your administrator about the connection string, and these connection strings are made available by your database administrators. The next thing is that I will come to Tools, NuGet Package Manager, Manage NuGet Packages for Solution. And in the Browse tab, I will type SQL Server .NET Core. This is important. I would say EF Core is much better word here. EF Core. So I see this Microsoft.entity and .SQL Server. I'll be interested in this part. It will install everything else what is needed. Make sure Microsoft Entity Framework Core.SQL Server, and I will tick mark it. And here I will pick this version as 5. Why? Because when I come to my project properties, I'll have to I'll show you in a moment the project properties. Then I will install version 5.0.12. Install it and let it complete. It is asking for some dependencies, as I told that it will ask for dependencies, accept all and everything, and let the installation complete. So probably it is complete. Now if I come to project properties, I will see that my .NET is 5.0. That is why I have picked that as 5.0.12. So after that, now all I have to do is I have to comment this out and replace this by options goes to options dot use SQL server, and to this I have to pass this connection string that I copied. I pasted it, and I'll have to put an at here because these slashes, they cause problems in a string. So this is what is my this for use SQL server. This is the name of the database that it will create, or I could have changed it to MySQL DB2 also, but right now I'll do it with MySQL DB. And so it is here that it is going to create all the tables. So now that's all required, and I will now debug. I'll build it first. Build solution. You can see that only change was required in this part. Everything else I haven't even checked out also. Start debugging. So this opens. I'll try to log in with that email which was being used earlier. This will ensure that I'm not on now SQLite. And I will sign in, and it will say account not found. So come to register. I will now register as doctor first. Register. I am taken to the sign in page. Paste password and login ID are same as we have kept in this project. And when I log in, I come to my dashboard as usual. Now no data is there. I can just put any data. It is updated successfully. Profile picture. I'll just put any picture and click on update, and I get my profile picture. Let me make a few quickly. Now this all data is now going into SQL Server. And I'll now sign out and now try to register as a patient. So I'm typing things here and register, login. Now there is nothing, and I'll search a doctor. Did I add that doctor there? I'm not sure. I think I haven't added that doctor there. So I'll log off here and then come back from there. So you can do all this yourself also. So this is only customary that what I'm showing here. Specialization, cardiologist, and I think clinic. This all I added. Sign out, come back as patient. Search a doctor. So you can see that the doctor etc. are all searched, and this all works. So all the things you can test it now yourself. Put anything. I'll provide this as download so that you can do it on your own computer also. So this is how this all has now been configured for SQL Server. Let's verify if my database, yes, see my database is now there. This is now created, and tables, doctors, login, patients, consultations. So all the data, keys, columns, you can see everything is there which we created. And if you compare it with fees notes and all, if you compare it with your models, you will see it there. In the models, it has all been automatically created for you by your SQL Server. So take note of this connection string. It should be exactly like this. It will automatically create a database for you, and this is how it actually works. So database, it has picked from the models itself. So this is how it is actually working. I'll close it right now. Thank you.